Okay, Mr. Tabang Petla, tell us about the documentary we're about to see.
Dumelang. It's actually a great pleasure to be here because I don't know if if you remember us because we shot this documentary. We started shooting it last year, and the first day of shoot was actually here back to the city. We came with Tabs. The Emphatic Tabs was the director at the time, and we interviewed Bob Tata. He was with the guys from Eastern Cape. You know, we did a couple of interviews, but yeah, our sound was whack. No, our sound was terrible. Our sound was very bad. So, but all the stuff that doesn't make it into the documentary is actually gonna go online. If you go on to www.ndr.org.za, all the stuff, all everything that we've done, and we interviewed I think over 25 artists. We tried to capture South African hip hop in its entirety. But I know because we're doing a 48-minute documentary, our first cut was about 90 minutes. And then we had to start, my editor is not here, and we had to start thinking about, okay, what do we cut out and what do we leave, what do we leave in? So a lot of stuff went out, stuff to do with the fashion and the graffiti and whatever. But the name still stayed as 25 years of South African hip hop. A little intro is one of the reasons why we're able to do the documentary. Funny enough, was because of Department of Communication. Funny enough, not arts and culture, the people you expect to fund something like this. Department of Arts and Culture have a project, the India project, which is basically it's an online project where they're trying to get young people to digitize their own South African heritage as they see it. You know, we started with guys shooting with camcorders, you know, and people laughing at our stories. Hey, your stuff looks whack and all that. And then with the current project, what we did is that we went full on. We got a team. We got proper equipment, you know, and we were like, okay, we'll digitize the South African story, the South African story coming to hip hop, because we realized that, funny enough, this year there's like been like a lot of hip hop documentaries coming out all of a sudden. But last year, when we conceptualized this thing, there was not a lot of South African hip hop. Actually, I think there was only like one mainstream hip hop documentary, and it wasn't actually a South African hip hop documentary. It was done by the guys from Kenya, and they featured a little bit of South African artists. So there wasn't a lot of stories. Unlike Kwaito, Kwaito has like a lot of documentaries that have done well, and have gone to festivals. Even though I know like most people don't even know them, like Sharp Sharp, you know. Funny enough, this TV now is playing Kwaito the Revolution, and it was done quite a long time ago, but it's only coming out now. So there's been a lot of work done in Kwaito, and house music is doing well for itself. The rock genre, the guys like Fedefokol have got great stuff coming out, and there wasn't a lot of South African documentaries when we conceptualized this in 2012, and which actually helped in getting the funding for this. I know there's always that conception that when you work with government, that means you've got plenty of money, which is actually not true. Our budget was very strict. It helped us to be able to travel a bit, but when you look at the product, we try to create a product where when you watch it, you think, oh yes, these guys had big money. You know, we tried our best to do that, but in actual fact, half the money went to paying guys like Botsolo, who were charging us ridiculous amount for publishing rights, and then the other half went to paying people, the crew and getting equipment. So when it comes to the actual product itself, like getting proper equipment and whatever, we didn't have that much money. So, but we tried. When I play like 20 minutes, it's the first two sections of the documentary, and after that, we'll have your questions. We still don't have a broadcast as yet, but we're hoping that as we do these things and we come to you guys, we'll start creating a bit of a buzz, because we just finished editing in April. So we'll create a bit of a buzz, and as the buzz grows, the people will see it in their interest to get us on, you know. All right. Okay. The doc is not out yet. Even Lamonka doesn't have a copy yet, even though he's in the documentary. We're still working on the artwork. We're supposed to have done our duplications last month, but yeah, we had issues. We're doing our duplications now, so I'm hoping that before the end of next month, the docu will be out. We are aiming to. We'll do what rappers did back in the day. We sell out of the booth. You call me, hey, we'll come to back to the city. I'm hoping to drop stuff at the Ritual Store, at Jetmart, and yeah, just contact us. Go onto the website, call us like, yo, I want a DVD. Yeah. So, but as of end of next month, it will be out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that it? Are we done? Yeah.
Partly documenting our own stories. I mean, our history has always been written up by other people, and we forever complain. I mean, you don't have to be a hip hop head to appreciate what has been done here. It may not reflect every aspect of hip hop. It may inspire other people to say, actually, maybe I'm good at storytelling instead of wanting to rap. I mean, for me, I was watching this thing, and already I'm thinking about, okay, what are the aspects of this? Because for me, departments like the DTI, part of their mandate is to actually promote the products of South Africa. I mean, this is a good quality product, and I think that's the point of it, really, is to say, when you do something, do it well. It may have limitations, but do it well. I think for me, it's just maybe a very positive note to end this summit to say, actually, this is an example of what we can do. And if people, they've got ideas, you can't just think you're going to be a dope MC today as if there are no other people who have paved the way. So what I'm also seeing here is going back and acknowledging the different people who've played a role. So for me, perhaps people like Saki, and other people who may not necessarily be in the hip-hop industry now, this is a better presentation of hip-hop. You may find a guy who's going to sit with his kids or with his nephews or nieces, just plugging this thing and actually realizing I could play a role. So for me, just big ups to everyone who's done it.
Yeah. I saw a hand up there. Okay. Oh, Mr. Lemonka, who traveled all the way from Mafeking to shoot this documentary.
When it's going to be on TV? Because you guys said SABC2 last year, you waited the whole of September. Now I hear people saying 2012, now it's 2013. What's up?
You'll be surprised, Lamont. The guys from SABC, we have our own politics, man. People be like, no, we're licensing. Speak to this guy. You call the guy. No, man, we're busy with 1, 2, 3. Call me next week. You call next week. I was speaking to a guy called Sam Perran. I've been speaking to Sam Perran since last year. I even reached a point this year in February where I told Sam, you know what, Sam, it's cool, man. I'm going to go to Channel O or go to Mzansi. But then you also go through the same loopholes, Unfortunately, nobody knows who I am. I'm like Tabang, and our institution is very small. So you call these guys, and if I was maybe Lumko, it would be easier to get in, it's like the same thing when we went through this documentary. Like, if we didn't have Rashid as part of the crew, we would have struggled to get some of the guys to come in, because some people they told us flatly, no, man, I don't know you guys, I'm not going through to. So we're having the same type of struggles. But I feel like doing stuff like this, getting the product out there, getting people to watch the product, getting people to be interested in the product, hopefully the guys will be like, they will take us on the project, not on who we are or on our track record, or do you get what I'm trying to say? So we are building, and I take what Proverbs said to heart, that you either beg or you build so much interest in what you're doing that you set your own terms, and that's what we're trying to do. So we said screw SABC, but funny enough, last week I got a call from SABC Education of all people, because this is the hip hop documentary, and there's 10 other ones that we did on 10 other different topics, and they called us like, you know what, let's sit down and talk, let's see what you guys are doing. And that's because after the interview we did on Yo TV, and they were like, let's see what you guys are doing, and so but we'll see, yeah. But yeah, that's the story.
Yo, man, nobody owns the SAP. I hate that. Nobody owns. South Africans, they own the SAPC. If there is some tattoo guy who's not opening the doors for you, perhaps we can talk off the record. I mean, we've got to. This is the apologist mentality we have to get out of. SAPC belongs to South Africans. One of the mandates of SAPC is to educate, is to entertain, and is to make sure that the voice of people of South Africa is heard. That's their mandate. So if there is some person there who actually is making it difficult for you, I mean, maybe let's talk off the record, but the point is that's also about recognizing that, okay, maybe Rashid will get better access to the artist. Okay, who else? I mean, there are people who can, I mean, I was talking to somebody because of the work Saki and I and other friends and business partners are doing. And we are not going to reinvent the wheel. We know somebody knows whoever, and maybe that person must run with this. So for me, a good quality product like this has to be aired on SAPC, because you want a guy in Madiboho, in Tubatuba, in Lepapane, in Ngamakwe to see it. Even if Channel O will air it, but for me, that's the point of having the voice of young people being heard. So if the SAPC, I mean, recently there was a business meeting with the communications minister, and the SAPC CEO Mamlu Lama was actually talking about this thing to say, listen, we want proposals. I mean, this is a finished product. If it means we have to go to the parking lot and wait for the CEO to say, listen, Ma, we are getting Umteto who's making it difficult for us to get this thing. This is, just have a look at this thing. We are young people. I mean, come on. If it means we have to pick at the Minister of Communications office, we've got to do a lot more than just saying, oh yeah, well, I'm not known. Let's kill that mentality, please. I mean, this is a good quality product. And if you asked me, it speaks for itself. You don't have to, yes, you have to market it, but the quality speaks for itself. Don't be apologetic about it. Let people know that, let's make noise. There's Twitter. I mean, how many people have got Twitter accounts here? You've just seen this. Have you actually tweeted that actually I've watched one of the best documentaries? There are SAPC people there. Go to them. People must do their job. I mean, SAPC belongs to us. So for me, it goes, I don't want us to end by being apologetic, not after having seen this thing. But as I said, we can talk off the record as well.